Hello.
I'm gonna be doing a reaction to a video by Austin McConnell. I watched his answer to critics and comments in his, this original video. I mean, to be honest, this whole idea kinda seems dumb. It probably would have been better if he found somebody to make a comic and then use a comic to illustrate things, but he chose to make a book, and instead of making a trailer for it, he just for some reason made a whole animation of chapter 1. I probably know why, because he wanted to try this and to show to himself that he can make videos like this about stories using those tools like AI and stuff. Yeah, so I just wanna show one thing. It's from another video. It's from his answer video. Yeah, so here he talks about his work process, and we can see comic photo effect and models.
Royalty-free assets using commissioned art with all.
Yeah, so he talks about commissioned art, which is, this one, I think.
Alterations I hand drew, all of it composited together and animated by me in Adobe After Effects, where I added camera movement, color correction.
Generative fill diffusion model. As I understand, he talks about this stuff. This, everything. Everything that is in the background. The mission is this one. And as I can see, these areas, maybe it's a green screen in that where the color is kind of out, or the other way. So probably some green screen problem, something with generation, because probably, as I can tell, generative AI, because of areas like this one, and yeah, especially this one, where just doesn't look right, like it was drawn. It more looks like it was denoised. It was some generation material, and yeah, he forgot about this area. I mean, it's just AI. What can you take from it? So yeah, and this one also looks generated. So because he tells it is a commission, I guess he paid somebody to make this. I mean, I understand that. When I saw some videos about making AI art and all of this stuff, it was very hard to understand, because you need tools to do that, and
to royalty-free music that I have licensed and curated.
Yeah, this whole stuff is alright, I think. It's just YouTube stuff.
Featuring sound effects from
sound effects.
Performance that I meticulously constructed. If you believe.
Yeah, this one, I don't know. I just think it's kind of stupid, like this whole AI voice thing. I mean, it took a lot of effort, and I just wanna see it. So you can already see that it's not very clear. The colors are spilling out, and here we don't even get like the line. And here too. I just wanna tell that this whole AI thing is out of proportion, because I mean, some AI stuff looks very great. It just, when you look at the details, you just kind of find oddness about this, and just sometimes stuff don't make sense, because the person who made the AI art didn't care and didn't put any effort. I mean, I wanted to like also make a review somewhat, and I just kind of want to see, is it good, is it bad, and just think for myself. And I mean, if the promotional material is just 50 minutes of the book, why didn't you just make trailer for it like 2 minutes? I mean, it would have been much less effort, and just leave everything else to imagination. I mean, it's like experimentation, so it's like, okay, you can try. I mean, I'm also interested in that stuff, but AI is a rendering machine, so it's very good at rendering stuff, but it is not well for everything.
She cranked the throttle on her white Kawasaki and checked her mirrors for any officers running radar that morning. For once,
so even in this shot, because of this area, this whole stuff with eyes, it looks AI generated because it's over sharpened, and because of that, and the imperfect stuff. When it's anime, you don't see this stuff, okay? Because it's the noise and stuff, and not everything is perfect.
the coast was clear. Cutting off a black minivan with an apologetic wave, Shannon sped past the honking horn and exited. She hated reckless riding, but the future of scientific discovery could very well be at stake. Plus, the bagels were getting cold.
I very don't like the whole... We already see what is happening on the screen. Why do you need to add the words? We can't see it, okay? We don't need to hear the text, hear stuff. Why put so much effort? Like, I don't know, does this stuff even like exist? Where they read along and just pictures appear? I mean, yeah, feels like too much information that you don't need. If you're showing a character, show like he's rushing. Instead of saying he's rushing, how about you show it, you know?
Henry's files and breakfast.
Think forgot red folder. Will you bring two? H.
Shannon rolled.
Why didn't he voice it? Why do you need an AI even for this? Woman? Okay, just can't you use your voice for man character? I mean, your audience is already like watches you, so it's probably okay. I mean,
the phone off, returning it to her back pocket. Her husband.
Yeah, so yeah, it just looks bad. And he tried to change the color of the helmet. This one. I don't know why.
She removed her helmet and let her short auburn hair.
Not right. Just not enough. But I mean, technology is evolving, so maybe down the line it's gonna be okay.
Advanced research and technology. Henry's lab. Their lab.
Yeah, and this one is one of the main whys wanted to do this, because I mean, yeah, it doesn't look the same to me. But it's just like, it's such a big video for promotion of the book. Why didn't you just make it like a trailer? Or like, hey guys, what can you expect there? And just official art, you know? just here's the main villain, here's what's happening, and instead you do this.
onto a nearby counter.
I already ate, but I sure appreciate you
True.
thinking of me, Mrs. K.
I think the main problem is that proportions are just not right. A big finger, and yeah, it's just, I thought that AI already like fixed it, but it probably was like a long time ago, so maybe the guy who he commissioned didn't use this tool to fix the hands yet, so maybe that's
Hey?
why.
Almost immediately, her face turned.
I also don't understand why is it like anime style.
On the top of my dryer back home, freshly cleaned and freshly forgotten. How do I look?
He said, straightening.
It's just such a big contrast after hearing a real voice compared to AI voice. It just sounds cleaner.
Fist, she made her way across the.
It's kinda, it's not written in the way like she's talking about herself, like she made her way across the hall. So I don't understand why the voice is the same. Yeah, I'm going to just use for her maybe a different AI. I don't know. It seems like a big bad idea to me. And yeah, this door looks, it just doesn't make sense when you look at it closer. Like, what is this? I don't know.
Shannon fought back her growing urge to put.
Yeah, and here. I mean, I can do this every time there's something wrong on the screen. 4 minutes into the video and like watching the whole answer to critics video, I don't think this is a good idea. I just watched it and I don't know, it just feels like I haven't do this. Where is the spider? There is no spider. I expected like maybe 30 minutes in it's gonna be like something, but it's like 50 minutes. It's just too much for too little. They make an experiment succeeds, bad guys come in and take it away. Fire, explosions, and she nearly dies, and Henry get killed. Yeah, so I'm probably not gonna like read it because it's a book. I will maybe, if there is like a retelling of the story, I'm gonna watch it, but as it seems to me, it's not interesting for me. It's just 50 minutes of something that will happen in 20 minutes. I mean, when I watched his other video about the main villain, I thought maybe this one, maybe the main, like the guy who asked to inspect the flower is actually this bad guy who is, well, the monster maker, and he's like and this is like a serum to make everything alive, and maybe just there was spider and got in there and something will happen, but there is nothing. A comic for a comic book character would be better. It's so slow. Just 50 minutes. It feels to me like 50 minutes of nothing, because in a movie it's like 25 minutes, 30 minutes in, and you know, something happens, story starts, and you receive the information for the whole story. You know, with Spider-Man there is like scientist, girlfriend, a bully, friend, and his family, like Uncle Ben, Aunt May. So here's about 6 characters which have different effects on the main character. Here I don't see much. It's like she cares a lot about safety. Well, good for you, I guess. It's just like, so what? I mean, that's fine. That's okay. I mean, it's a first chapter and like things get going. People in the comments say that it gets better being a spider person at pain. I don't know, it's just like, well, the guy died, so what? Like, oh no, the bad guys killed him. In the Spider-Man, Uncle Ben dies because Spider-Man doesn't help somebody, you know? He restrains himself from using his powers in a good way. That way he loses somebody. So it is like a trauma for him to not use his powers in a good way, because some way in the future it's gonna bite his. This is incredible. I wasn't sure at first, but it's cool, and the art was great in that 90s. Yeah, I also don't understand why is it in the 80s anime style. Yeah, that's here. Oh, that's nice. You know, pictures. You know, I can see stuff after watching this video as a like comic book fan and not a book fan. I hate books. I won't buy, but I mean I hate books, so that's all.